My name is Rosemary Thornton, and I have an amazing story to tell. On November 3rd, 2011, I had the body of my great-aunt Addie exhumed from her grave in Lake Mills, Wisconsin. Addie Hoyt Fargo died on June 19, 1901. She was only 29 years old when she died. Addie, born in 1872, was the baby sister of my great-grandmother. In this photo, Addie is on the left and Anna, my great-grandmother, is on the right. Addie came from a very wealthy family, as is shown by these professional photographs. This is my favorite photo of Addie, taken in 1894. She would have been about 22. And yes, that's a mink coat with a matching hat. In February 1896, Addie married Enoch James Fargo. Addie was 24 and Enoch was 46 years old. 5 years later, Addie would be dead. According to this book, A History of Lake Mills, Addie was shot by her husband, Enoch J. Fargo. What makes this story even more compelling is that the book was written by Enoch's own granddaughter, Mary Wilson. Allegedly, Enoch shot Addie at the top of the stairs in the family home, the Fargo Mansion. It was a 7,500 square foot Queen Anne house remodeled extensively in 1895. After shooting Addie at the top of the stairs, Enoch summoned the family physician and then bribed him to falsify Addie's death certificate. On her death certificate, the cause of death was listed as diphtheria. Diphtheria gave Enoch just the excuse he needed to get her into the ground immediately. Diphtheria was a scourge of the day, dreaded, highly contagious, and greatly feared. Addie, dead at 2 in the morning, was buried in the wee hours. Her funeral was held at 10 o'clock the same morning. Even family and relatives in the area didn't have time to make it to the funeral. I suspect Enoch didn't want people asking too many questions. Enoch killed Addie because he'd fallen in love with this woman, Martha Harbeck Hoyt. Martha was living in the Fargo mansion at the time of Addie's murder. Martha remained in the Fargo mansion until she married Enoch a mere 7 months after Addie died. I never knew I had an Aunt Addie until my father's passing in June 2011. It was while I was cleaning out his apartment that I found a photo album full of old pictures. Originally, I actually tossed it right in the trash can, but I retrieved it and then started digging into this amazing story. At first glance, it looked like Addie's life was a sweet one at the Fargo mansion. This is a picture of Addie on her wedding day, February 1896. I found that photo album in June 2011, and 5 months later, I was standing at my aunt's gravesite as they removed her remains for autopsy. There were a couple amazing discoveries made during the exhumation. One of the most profound discoveries is that Addie was buried in her dress shoes. If she'd been sick in bed with diphtheria, she would not have been wearing dress shoes. If her body had been prepared for burial, the shoes would have been removed and burial slippers would have been placed on her feet. The other amazing discovery was the burial depth. Her remains were found at only 34 inches deep. Assuming a coffin height of 24 inches, that means there was only about 10 inches of topsoil on top of her coffin. There are dozens of other compelling facts that clearly demonstrate Addie did not die a natural death. Unfortunately, due to the deteriorated state of her remains, a definitive cause of death could not be determined. What happened to Addie in this marriage? How did she go from debutante to murder victim in such a short span of time? To learn more about the details of this amazing and yet haunting murder mystery, you can visit my website at searshomes.org. That's searshomes.org.